Alright guys, we're gonna talk about Black Friday in this video. Yep, we're gonna talk about Black Friday and how much it's changed over the years. Now this isn't really an evolution video or anything, but a lot of people are talking about how Black Friday is not the same as it used to be. So I figured, why not talk about it myself and talk about my experience with Black Friday. If you guys haven't already, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. I am over 600 subs. Thank you guys for the support. I am trying to get to 1K subs. So if you guys can do that, please, I would really appreciate that. Also, sorry, I keep forgetting to also put in the video that you guys, the links of where to follow me, because I'm, on Instagram/Threads. I'm also on, on, Twitter as well, or X, as it's called now. So I'm over there. I haven't been posting a ton on Twitter, but I am on Instagram a lot, so you guys can follow me over there. But now that we got that all settled, let's go ahead and get into this. So, Black Friday. As you guys know, Black Friday, if you guys know, everybody knows what Black Friday is. Hell, even our grandparents know what Black Friday is. Everybody knows what Black Friday is. It's basically, the day, after Thanksgiving where everything goes on sale and all that, and there's a lot of chaos. And honestly, this year, people are saying it's very, slow. Now, ironically, I actually did not go do any Black Friday shopping this year. Actually, I don't think I really shopped at all on Black Friday, because I've never really had the money to do so. And, I've talked about it before that, a lot of the reasons why I have not had the money to shop on, Black Friday is because of, I never had the, way to shop on Black Friday because, or not just shop on Black Friday, but, shop in general. Because my family and all that, my dad and mama and all that were not letting me get a job because of a dog. Which I never understood that because, my dad's had dogs before and left them home and all that, and it's perfectly fine, but they were so up my ass about that. That's kind of where I was like, I kind of just draw the line, and that's kind of why I don't live with them anymore, or with my dad anymore. I'm at my mom's house right now, but I am, working on the job stuff. I was actually going to try to apply another job, but we have some snow, so yeah, I cannot apply anymore. Right now, I gotta wait until the snow, because I gotta scan, a code and all that. And that's kind of the thing. A lot of crap is online now, and that's kind of where I'm gonna get to that at with Black Friday, but, a lot of crap is online now. People are not shopping. Well, supposedly not as much people are shopping at stores, but I still see a lot of people shopping at stores. Just not on Black Friday. Black Friday is the day I don't see anybody really shopping there. And that's probably because, historically, Black Friday is known for being kind of cramped and deadly at times, and, you can get so much anxiety, shopping there. So it's just easier to shop online when you're doing Black Friday. You don't want to get any of those black eyes. Now, I'm not joking. You could literally probably get a black eye, shopping, on Black Friday back in the day. Yeah, back in my day, in the 2000s and all that, I actually was not even allowed to go Black Friday shopping. My family would not go. They would refuse to go because, of all the chaos. Now you can go in the store and all that, and it's not as bad, but, And I want to clarify, it's been like that for the last few years. Because like I said, I did not go Black Friday shopping this year. But I have, in the past, just to look around. Because I never really experienced it a lot. And I guess to be fair, I did experience it at a mall. There was a mall. I can't remember the name of the mall. It was in, like, St. Louis. Or around there. It wasn't the Chesterfield Mall. It wasn't there. It was a different mall. Because I was visiting one of my relatives up there, or a couple of relatives. My aunt and an uncle and all that. And we went there. I know back when we actually stayed an extra day for Thanksgiving. Now, again, my dad's so fucking paranoid about the damn dogs. We can't do that anymore. We can't. We can't, stay up there. And it really does suck, I mean, I guess to be fair, my dog, my other dog did the same thing. Like, he would, like, JT, he was my Doberman. He did go over next door and sometimes would stir up trouble because, the other dogs were not the greatest. But, that's the thing, it's like that kind of crap. But that's the thing, I can't go up there and stay a couple of days, because I was actually going to go up there and try to go to Ruby Tuesday, too. I was going to try to get me some Ruby Tuesday, because Ruby Tuesday, is one of the restaurants I mentioned, that's been closing stuff down, because, I talked about TGI Fridays, and, that's kind of, what's happened, here with, that, is, I'm like, I want to go up there and do stuff, but I can't do anything because I gotta be up here. Not saying I'd want to be up there. I mean, I don't really like being at, my Aunt Corey's and Uncle Jeff's place a lot because I personally cannot connect with them hardly at all. But I'm just like, that's the thing. I'm like, again, I'm just like, that's kind of the problem. It's like, it's really annoying having to deal with all that stuff. But, yeah, we gotta go, like, back the same day we come up. And, like I said, it is annoying. It's just annoying, and I'm like, if I'm gonna go travel somewhere, I wanna, like, especially a long distance, I wanna be able to, like, stay up there for a couple days instead of having to be forced to come back the exact same day. Because I was honestly debating if I wanted to go up there or not this year because of that stuff, But, yeah, that aside, though, that's kind of where I was going to try to go to Black Friday stuff up there, but I figured they were not going to stay, but I thought about doing it up here, and then by the last minute, like the last couple hours, I was like, you know what, I'm, like, tired, because I didn't sleep well the night before. I went to bed at, like, I think, like, 4 something, and I went to bed at 4 something in the morning, or was it 4, like 3, or, no, I think, yeah, it was like 4 something, and, I set my alarm for like 10 or something, like 10 o'clock, and then my dad called, apparently it was leaving earlier than I thought, because Danielle was not feeling good, his girlfriend, so we went up without her, and all that, and, oh no, like I said, it was a mess, and I was just like, what, I'm not gonna probably buy anything, so what's the point of going, I mean, I was kind of going on a streak here and all that, and I kind of stopped, but I was just like, what, I'm not gonna worry about it this year, and I don't really regret it that much, like I said, I mean, I've got more money now because I did have a job and all that, I worked at Spirit Halloween. It was fun, I worked at Spirit Halloween. It was definitely fun, except for well, it was a little bit chaotic, but it was kind of fun, the final day, I did have a problem with a gal and all that, like a couple gals getting kind of salty, because I was supposed to be, I was standing there by the dressing room and all that, because I'm supposed to be there, and apparently they had it closed off, and I guess that pissed them off, because the way the gal said that, like she was kind of she jumped right to it, which, Yeah, but I can understand it, but I'm like, I wouldn't keep going on and all that. But I was like, what am I supposed to do here? I'm just standing. I'm like standing here trying to figure out what the heck to do. It's very weird, but but yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of weird to have that. But yeah, I had a little bit of money and all. But again, I still have my money, but I'm like, I spent a little bit of it on the DLC for my game. But, I didn't really, use it on the Black Friday, so I'm not going to probably use any of it, any of it at all. Like, they really aren't having deals on stuff I want, So, I'm like, they did put, like, the last couple years, they did lower the prices a little bit on some of the Switch games, but I'm like, they're still kind of expensive, A lot of them are still expensive, and a lot of them I already had, So I'm like, what? I'm like, why even bother, And that's kind of the thing with Black Friday in general, It's like, there's not, like, as many deals as there once was, either, And it's been like that for a while. And I'm sure, this actually, I think, kind of started when COVID hit, But it's been kind of a thing, I think, for a long time. Because especially online, people just get stuff online. Yeah, but, back in the day, like, in the early 2000s and all that, like, even, like, before that, the freaking stores would be packed and all, you'd be sitting out in line. That's something I definitely wouldn't want to do. That's a reason why I wouldn't want to be out there. Like, I'm not going to stand outside in a long line, I don't want to do that. Like, it's freezing and all that, but, yeah. Yeah, actually, there was a long line. Speaking of which, there was a long line. Like when was this? I can't remember. It wasn't the Switch 2, was it? No, it wasn't, because we didn't get that on when it first came out. I don't think. Like we were in a line at GameStop in Jeff and all, because I went to Jeff and went to GameStop, and there was like a huge ass line. It wasn't a Black Friday thing, because like I said, my family doesn't really do that a lot. They don't do that a lot, but I went outside in this long line, and then they were ordering something. I can't remember what it was. I cannot remember. It wasn't the Switch 2. I'm trying to remember what it was. I don't remember. I don't remember what it was, but they still have lines sometimes, but a lot of times these stores are, like certain ones are empty. Some of them are not. Like, some of them are getting business, but, like, a lot of them, yeah, they're sadly not packed like they once were. It is a shame. And, there are people that do shop online, but there are a lot of people that go to the stores, too. Like, I do. I go to the stores a lot and see people there all the time. It's just some stores are more empty than others. Like, I will say, like, Kohl's. Kohl's is definitely empty. Kohl's is an empty store. I don't know how it was on Black Friday, but, I know they're an empty store. They've been not doing well with business. And I don't know how the mall was either, because I didn't go to the mall. Jeff. But it is very crazy, to see some stores, that were once very, crowded, especially during Black Friday, just to be so empty, But yeah, I don't know. It is kind of crazy. But like I said, I think Black Friday, was changed when online definitely became more of a thing. But I do think, I still think, I think people still go to the stores. It's just they don't really have it on just Black Friday anymore either. They are offering deals. Hell, they're still offering deals, especially on streaming. Like, if you go on streaming, if you go to streaming and all that, and you're like, you go to like a streaming service and you start to you start buying like Disney Plus or something. They're actually offering deals. I think they're still doing it now. I think like $5 for like Disney Plus and Hulu. I can't remember what Paramount was. I think Paramount was like $2 or $3. Like, at this point, they're pretty much just giving away their streaming services. So I'm like, They're probably going to lose billions of dollars by that, but hey, there's that. Also, I had a curiosity and looked up Dish Network, because call me crazy, but I'm thinking about wanting to get Dish again. I don't know if I can though, but I'm thinking about wanting to get Dish again. Like, I want to get Dish again. Like, I actually want to get it, because I'm like, with everything being all scattered all over the place, I'm like, I want to thinking about getting Dish again. But Dish was so damn expensive and all. But it does look like they're starting to offer more deals. Like, I'm seeing, like, I saw they didn't say how many channels they were getting, but it looks like they can go down to $30, which, again, it's not a lot. Wouldn't be a lot of channels. Well, their bundles are going down to it. Their bundles were like, and I mean, this could be a Black Friday thing, but it didn't say anything about Black Friday. So I don't know what this was about, but I'm like, hell, I could probably maybe pay like $70 and maybe get some channels, but then again, I'm like, there's certain channels I watch and certain ones I don't, but I do like watching, like, certain stuff, like, I would probably get, I like to have Nickelodeon again, and maybe Disney Channel, go back to kind of where it was before. There are a lot of people that are also doing that too, which is probably why Dish and cable are still a thing. Plus, their ads were so much better too. I don't know how they are now, but they were better when I had it back in the day. Fucking streaming ads suck, That's probably not helping with these, companies either, especially during Black Friday. Like, I have not seen a lot of ads for them. I've seen ads for, I saw some for, Lowe's and all that. But I've not seen, I don't think I've seen any Target ads. I haven't seen any Kohl's ads I'm aware of with that. I have seen a few of them this year, but I have not seen any that I'm aware of Black Friday stuff. And I've seen some with Best Buy. So, Best Buy's got their ads, but I'm definitely not seeing a ton, but, that is kind of interesting to have and all that, but, I don't know. But, yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I definitely am thinking about going back to Dish again in the future. I don't know. I don't know if I could do that with my apartment or not, if I get myself an apartment, because I'm going to have to start out in an apartment, because it's going to be too expensive to get a house right now. It's been too expensive to get one for a long time. When my mom moved back up in the state I am in, she had a hard time actually getting a house, because they were so expensive and all that, and then she finally found a deal on one and moved into it, but she was living with her friend for a while, which was Angie, and she did not like it one bit. She did not like it one bit, but yeah, to be fair, in Angie's house, it's kind of it's cluttered in there. There's she's got a bunch of people in there and all that, and she's got more people in there now than she did and all that. It's kind of crazy, but she's got that small house. So having her and her family and then my mom and all in there, it's a very small, cramped, little house, So, yeah, but the fact that she's got her, she's got other people in there now too, makes it even worse. So, it makes it, because again, there was 4 people in that house, when she moved in, when my mom moved in there, that was 4 extra people, and then now she's got more too in there, so that makes it even more, so it's crazy. I don't even know who's all living in the house. I don't know, I haven't really been in there. I don't really go there much anymore, but I'm just saying, yeah, it's kind of crazy. But, yeah, I don't know if I have a ton else to say about really this. But, yeah, I will say, I do agree with people that Black Friday definitely is not the same as it used to be. But like I said, I didn't really do it a lot growing up. And I'm personally, I don't think I really care for it that much. I think it's kind of crazy to, and all that. Plus, I mean, also a lot of the products that they're trying to sell you anyway, sometimes they have deals somewhere else that are cheaper. Not even online, like somewhere else in general, It's just like, why even go online to, I mean, why go anywhere, like, when you can just get deals somewhere else or something down the road, It's like all these streaming deals. Like, why am I paying for all these streaming deals? I mean, yeah, maybe they're cheaper than buying Dish, but they keep taking the shit off the platform and all that, or I could just go get Dish and all that and get it cheaper. I don't know. I'm not saying I'm gonna get Dish, but I've been really tempted to buy Dish. I've been really thinking about that, but I still would have to have a job and all that to do that. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. But anywho, I think I'm gonna probably go ahead and call it quits from here, because I don't have a lot else to say in this video. But I guess happy late Black Friday, because this will be uploaded. I mean, it's already past Black Friday. It's like the 2nd of December, but still, I mean, happy late Black Friday. Hope you guys found some deals, because I really didn't do anything for it. I just sat at home, but I was also trying to work, I was trying to work on my videos, too, for my Let's Plays, so I didn't get that done. Because I was having some, oh yeah, by the way, when I was buying the DLC, I was having some technical problems, which actually, I think I didn't buy that till afterwards. Yeah, it wasn't till afterwards, because my mom spent pretty much most of the day doing all that, and I never really bought things for the car before, because I was never taught that really a lot. I mean, I bought stuff by swiping it, but not, using it, like, online as much, so, when I did all that, but it was not letting me get the games. Well, the DLC. Apparently, I finally got the DLC, but I had to take the freaking disc out of the damn PlayStation and put a whole new game in there, which, by the way, I don't have access to a lot of them, so I had to go out in the damn shed and do that. God, that pissed me off so much, I'm like, like, remember when times were not as rough, I mean, there are times where I like the technology, and sometimes there's times where I hate it, Like, I don't like that I have to take an entire disc out and put a whole new one in and just to get the DLC to work and all that, but, yeah. But I'll bring that up in the Let's Play, because I think I had that same problem before, and then I forgot, so, yeah. I might even make a tip video on it, too, for people, just in case, because that'll also help me remember. Also, people don't have to go find it on the videos. So, anywho, bye-bye.